It's funny that you mentioned the shrimp burrito bowl because we did a taste test video, and one of the people who did a taste test had the shrimp burrito bowl. And she was eating it, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, this is real shrimp." She's like,
yes.
She's looking, and she's like, "This is real shrimp." And it was one of the. She was so
all
funny.
of the food is real, you know, and that matters. Like, for example, the chicken is not injected with phosphates, and the shrimp is not pumped with stuff, and there's not all these chemicals on it. And the thing is, I know that might not matter to a lot of people. It matters to me.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at because again, I'm a doctor. I have a higher purpose here. I know people want to lose weight, but again, I'm really trying to change the world and trying to make people healthier. You know, and when you look at the back of packages of even prepackaged convenient foods, it's huge, the amount of stuff that's listed. It's like most of the stuff you can't even pronounce. And you're like, wow, what is that? It's stuff that makes it taste better. It's a lot of additives. It's a lot of filler. It's a lot of sodium. People with high blood pressure cannot have that much sodium. You know, we do a lot of work to try to make the food taste good without chemicals. That's a huge and tall order. The chefs are extraordinarily skilled at being able to do that, because it's one thing to just make it low calorie. Something else to make food taste good. Food tastes great if you put chemicals in it, if you load it up with fat, if you load it up with salt. But to have healthy food taste good, that requires art, and it requires time. You know, if you do it yourself, by all means, that's wonderful. I don't have the time. I'm so lucky that I married a man who cooks well. He started this business with me. I have 4 kids. I have a full practice. I am not a good cook. And I know, left to my own devices, I might eat cereal, some frozen entree, that type of stuff, because I don't have the time to make a sauce that'll make this low-calorie chicken breast taste good, but requires like 40 ingredients and 3 bowls. You gotta be kidding me. I'm not doing that. You know, and I think a lot of our clients, I know my patients feel the same way. They don't have the time for it. People underestimate how much work it takes to make a really healthy, good-for-you meal. That's why convenience food is so popular, because it doesn't take time.
Yeah, you just fast food. It's very simple. It's funny because when I used to be on a diet on my own, I actually used to tell my wife that it was like a full-time job.
It is.
You know, cooking all your food. I was on a diet where I had to weigh everything, and it had to be 4 ounces of chicken, and 2 ounces of this, and 2 ounces, and you know, it took so much time in preparing and packaging the meals. People don't realize how much time is put to that.
Well, that's exactly why we did BistroMD, because my practice had been here for probably 5 to 7 years before that, and people would say, "I feel so good, Dr. Cederquist, you're right, you have the right balance of nutrients, you know, you've figured it out," and I do it based on science and based on lab work and based on metabolism. But it's a lot of work, you know, and that's really the beauty of BistroMD. It has the nutritional parameters that I've come up with from real life experience working with patients day in, day out, what works, what doesn't work, and turning it into a meal plan that people can eat, but it's all done for you. You know, it's not just, a lot of times people think, well, BistroMD works because it's low calories. It is lower calories, but within the calories, it's very, very specific. If you just followed a low-calorie diet, but you don't get enough protein, or at the meal you have too much carbohydrate, or you don't have any fat, you don't get the same results as when you have that whole balanced thing that we felt has made a big difference in metabolism.